Pokemon just turned 30, and Nintendo did not play it safe. We got FireRed LeafGreen back, but not how everyone expected. We got a brand new competitive game. We got Legends DLC. We got Gen 10 officially revealed, and somehow fans are still arguing. Was this a celebration or proof that Pokemon is playing it too safe in 2026? Because after this showcase, the future of the franchise looks very clear and very controversial.
Are you not entertained?
All right, let's break this down in order. Nintendo opened with anniversary nostalgia, and we all know Nintendo's the king of nostalgia. And then dropped FireRed LeafGreen on Switch 1 and 2, which immediately split the fan base for whatever reason. The Pokemon champions showed up, competitive focus, strategy heavy. Legends ZA got new DLC, and then one big one, Gen 10 Winds and Waves, launching on Switch 2 in 2027. On paper, massive showcase. Did Pokemon evolve? Are they still relying on nostalgia to carry the brand? All right, so quickly, I'm going to run through everything that was announced at this Pokemon Day. So, all context, this is the 30th anniversary. We all know that. If you don't know that, you probably been living on the rock. And first up, Game Boy Jukebox / Music Collection revealed. Pokemon World Champions 2026 Pokemon XP Expo. Pokemon Trading Card Game. Pokemon Go updates. Pokemon Master EX. Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon TCG Pocket, Pokemon XD, and Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen with Pokemon Home support coming soon, but not at launch. Pokemon Champions, Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC, Pokemon Pokopod details. Finally, they closed out the show with a massive big final reveal, officially unveiling the Gen 10 games, Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, with starter details and release window for 2027 exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. And this is a quick recap of everything I just said, but Infamous, what did you make of 2026 Pokemon Day 30th anniversary?
I didn't care for it at all.
Yo, wait.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
Not one bit. Almost everything that was shown, I looked at it like, why are they showing this? What is this? I just don't care. I will admit, the one thing that I saw that caught my attention was the Game Boy Jukebox thing. But of course,
Really? I would have thought
the scalper got to it first.
I would have thought that you would have had an issue with that, honestly, because it's kind of like, because I remember you telling your disdain about the Amiibo music thing issue. So I thought this was that was going to be something you complained about, honestly.
Well, with the Amiibo thing, they locked content for a game into that.
Okay.
That's
okay, yeah.
my issue with that.
All right,
Yeah.
context.
This is just purely
nostalgia.
Nintendo copyright strike anybody that tries to do anything with that music. So this was like, hey, you like the Pokemon music? And I can tell you right now, the theme song for like the champion battle Gen 1, hey, I can listen to that all day. They came out, it hit the Pokemon Center store for MSRP of $70 and it was instantly gone. I was like, man, maybe it's just not up. My intuition, my spidey sense told me, hey, go check eBay, and it's already being scalped for $200, $250. And I was like,
come on.
You people are ridiculous. Like this is the problem. This is the problem. But other than that, I ain't gonna lie, everything else they showed off. I just did not care. I was like, I don't play that, don't care, don't know, don't care, don't know. The 30th anniversary Pokemon cards for the TCG look great, but I'm like, scalpers and bots will get that. I won't get that. Don't care, don't play Pokemon Go. Now one thing did catch my attention, which was nice, was the Pokemon XD Gala Darkness for the
Switch
GameCube
Online.
for Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, I don't have that. I don't pay $50 a year. I pay the $20 so I can back my games up. You're not getting money out of me. Now the only reason.
Oh God, I forgot that a separate membership, all tier. Oh
yes.
shit.
Yes, you have to pay $50 a year for that. Now the only reason I was excited for that is because I never played that, and I remember people talking about that for so many years, how great that was. And of course, that is a highly beloved GameCube game. So if you try to go out and buy that right now, you're probably playing over $100, depending on the condition, case, manual, all that. So I was interested in that, but I'm like, I'm not paying them that much. I'm not paying them $50 for, for them to nickel and dime me. And then I remember, Infamous, got a modded GameCube with every game installed on it. So, don't
Oh,
need that.
yeah, fuck out of here.
Don't need that. And then
Modded GameCube, modded 3DS, whatever. Nah, yeah, nah.
yeah, but then the last thing they showed, of course, the
We do not
wind and
condone modding.
wave. Yeah, only do it if you actually have the thing to back it up, legal,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Allegedly, the Pokemon Wave and Wind
Wins.
and Wave.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was not impressed.
crazy.
But
Yeah,
now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When the footage started, they made sure to put at the bottom, "This does not indicate actual gameplay." I was
I
like,
saw
"Oh,
that. Yeah, I saw that.
this is
I
just
was
false
like,
advertisement." Because I was like, "Yo,
yeah.
that water looks good.
I
That
you,
water looks
you
good." But then when I saw that at
yes.
the bottom, I'm like, "No game ain't gonna look like this. Ain't gonna look
Yeah,
this." And then those
yeah.
starters, them starters are
All right now.
ugly.
Whoa.
No, 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 because you asked my
What?
opinion. I'm gonna give it
No.
real. Them
Okay,
starters are
okay.
ugly as hell,
Damn.
especially the fire. It looks like a chow chow, and I'm like, yo,
Oh my
what are we doing?
god.
Is this
I
what y'all did with the extra time to make this? I wasn't impressed. Now, before we started recording, my mindset was this did not sell me for me to want to go get a Switch 2. But I was like, you know what? They said this comes out not this year, next
next
year.
year. Yeah.
So for all we know, this could have just been something they drum up just to get interest going. When they actually show off the actual game, maybe we'll reconsider and think about it. But I was not excited.
No.
Those starters did not do nothing for me. Not at
Yeah.
all. And I really felt like Scarlet and Violet, immense criticism that they were given on that game, which is why they're taking longer than the 3 years. They're trying to put their effort into it. Designs of those Pokemon, I just was like, yo, who did this? But then I also remember something else. Infamous, you're old. You're a 35-year-old man. And there are over 1,000
Yeah, they said it
Pokemon
too.
now. I
Yeah.
didn't remember that we've already crossed that threshold. So some of the best designs are probably have already came and gone.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
like
safe to say that.
I just wasn't impressed. It was a nice showing. A good chunk of it. I ain't gonna lie. I watched after it aired, so I was able to speed through it. The Pokemon XP thing sped through it. I sped through a lot because I'm like, I just don't
It
know
was
this. Now the
only 30
Pokemon Unite.
minutes. God damn.
Oh man, a lot of it I sped through because I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't play it, don't know, don't care, don't know. Now the Pokemon Unite, then they said the legendary birds was being added
Mhm.
to the game.
Yeah,
Caught
they
my attention.
confirmed.
Yeah, that caught my attention because not only do I play that every now and then, I play with my son. I was like, hey, okay, maybe I'll play this more now. Maybe I actually probably will actually hook my one of my Switches to an actual television and probably play this more. But get your hypes up. But to me, it was just, I really don't want to say this, but to me, it was disappointing. I expected Gen 10 to be shown off, not announced.
Oh,
If you
okay.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You thought
expected
you was looking
Gen
for
10 to
real
be
footage. Yeah,
yeah,
not
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I expected. Everyone talked about Gen 10, Gen 10. I actually was shocked that a lot of the leaks were true, that that's the actual name of the new games, Wind
Yeah.
and Wave. I was like, what? We ran out of colors? Don't tell me we ran out of colors. I just didn't see what I thought I was going to see. So from the first announcement of the music collection and then the last announcement, I was like, all it did, truthfully, it made me go back, say, hey, I didn't finish Pokemon Arceus. We're going to go back and finish playing that. And then, of course, I did buy Pokemon Fire Red.
I kind of resonate with what you're saying. A lot of this, well, 99.9% of this just wasn't for me. And this is not a knock to anybody who's been with Pokemon since the beginning stage and still with them all the way to this 10th gen. No knock, respect if you've been supporting them, especially with all this shit that they have for Pokemon. I do want to say for my own personal, this is like the first Pokemon Day showcase I've seen the day it happened, day and date. But I just want to make a point that I didn't realize how stretched thin Pokemon franchise is. All these fucking things as Pokemon
Yes.
stretched out to be this Sleep, this
Yes.
United, this Cafe Remix, this I didn't even know Pokemon Go was still going on. Like, I just feel like the product is very much stretched to its capacity. So I'm just surprised there is not this oversaturation generation of Pokemon, but I guess, people been riding with Pokemon, they still get the newer kids involved, the newer generation, so, I mean, I guess it works in the end, but I didn't realize the franchise was stretched this fucking thin, just me personally. Now, I will say Leaf Green and Fire Red was the only thing that really made me perk up. Now, the Pokemon cards did make me perk up just because I do buy and collect Pokemon cards. Like, I collected the 25th anniversary. I have every card that was in that set, and I also have Pokemon
I
151. I
fucking
have
hate you.
I
I
have
hate
every
you.
card in
Right.
that set too. So I am going to get every card probably in this 30th anniversary if it's just not like an outrageous fucking number. But that is something I did look at. And then Fire Red, Leaf Green. Yeah, that was pretty much it for me. All this latest in Pokemon Go, no sleep. I was like, what is sleep? I thought that was fake. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is not for me. Now the jukebox intrigued me, but like my cousin said, it was already sold out. Maybe Nintendo would do a restock, try to get some money from the scalpers. But yeah, maybe this Pokemon Day was for somebody. It just wasn't for me and Infamous because we're just of the old generation, Generation 1. So this Generation 10, yeah,
We're not the target
no.
audience.
Yeah, and we're not the target audience. Like outside of Pokemon cards and Gen 1s type stuff, you're not gonna get money out of me for Pokemon. It's just not. So yeah, so I mean they announced a lot. The showcase was done beautifully. It was minimum talking from what I can recall, and they really did focus on the game. So this is kind of like a carryover from the Nintendo Direct that they did. So I do like the style in which they're showcasing stuff from Nintendo. And my cousin reminded me like there's a Zelda 40th anniversary, there's Mario anniversary. So Nintendo is really trying to stack the deck here in 2026. So shout out to them because I always say they put minimum effort in stuff they do. And at least when it comes to the Pokemon franchise, they try to do that one thing, try. But I do want to talk about one thing my cousin touched on was the Gen 10 monster look and how like what maybe not well thought of when they sketched those starter Pokemon. I do want to ask you this: are you looking at Pokemon latest generations in harsher lens after Game Freak's reincarnation game footage dropped, and that looks like just
Ooh,
realistic Pokemon?
ooh, that's deep. That's deep. I can
I'm here.
honestly
I'm
say
here for the
no.
hard questions. Really? Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's deep. I could get why you say that, and I'm not gonna lie. I had totally forgot about Beast of Reincarnation while that
Mm-hmm.
was airing. But to be honest with you, I feel the people that's working on that
Or
are
not
a
the
completely
same.
separate team
Yeah.
from Pokemon people. The Pokemon
Yeah.
people are, and I've used this analogy before. I haven't done it well. They're that guy in high school that won that football championship and nothing else, and they're just riding that. They're just
Yeah.
riding that along. Like, every time there's a board meeting and someone be like, Phil, hey, I won the 86 champion. Bro, that was 40 years ago. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
Hey, I still did it. I feel the only reason they took longer is because
The
due to the
complaints.
overwhelming criticism from Scarlet and Violet, Nintendo was like, okay, we've probably pushed as far as we can, just throwing some shit together. We probably really need to, give it a little bit more effort, let them feel like we're listening, and then we'll just, go back to business as usual. But no, I won't say that, because of Beast of Reincarnation that I, maybe feel a little snotty towards them. No, I don't believe that at all. I just their
Think they're out of
designs, they just
ideas.
did not, yeah, their designs just did not rub with me. It made me feel, I think it was Gen 5 when Tepig came out and it was like, yo, that's just a pig that you all just added orange color to and some black stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I believe like around that generation, you had a garbage bag Pokemon, ice cream Pokemon, Chandelier. It's like, okay, are you
Yeah. They're
guys
running.
you
They're
guys
running
just
out of
throwing shit
ideas.
together. Yeah, you're just throwing shit together. And the one Pokemon, you can tell what its real life counterpart is. It's a gecko. It's in the name. He was like Aqua Echo or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, come on, man. Come on. And I know, hey, people, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Because I know someone in the comments is gonna attack me because I'm a Gen 1er. And I understand that. At the same time, I'm gonna remind people, Pokemon is a stolen IP. I'm just gonna throw it
Oh
out there. It's a
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
stolen IP.
Yeah.
Nothing about this franchise
It's
Even
original.
Gen 1 is original.
Yeah, if you don't
Pokemon
know, now you
almost
know.
yeah, at least 1/3 of the designs of Generation 1 were taken from Dragon Quest. And you don't believe me, you can go look this up. But at the same time, hey, I do like Pokemon. I played it
Yeah,
all while I
yeah,
was growing up. My
yeah.
kids play it. Me and my cousins still play it. Hey, I'm not knocking the franchise. I'm not trying to shit on it, any of that. But I'm just saying they are really starting to scratch the barrel. And what my cousin said does ring a little bit true. They have stretched the ever living shit out of this franchise because so much stuff they announced and brought up. That's why I fast forward through a lot of it. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I ain't never heard of this. I don't know what the hell Pokemon Sleep was. I know about Cafe, didn't care about it. I didn't know nothing about EX, XP, the pocket thing. There was some mobile game. I was like, I don't know any of this shit. All I know of Pokemon is the TCG, the video games, and Go. And
Mhm.
Pokemon Unite. I do play with that with my kid. But a lot of this is it's
It's
like
just
they
not for us.
know it's not for us, but it's like they know how huge a phenomenon this series is. But we just gotta have it everywhere. And you really don't. You really don't. Because this franchise has gone on so long. And you have people who are more clung to certain generations than others
Emotionally invested, yeah.
emotionally, mentally, hell, some physically. Because I do know some
Financially.
people who are hardcore, the Sinnoh region. It's their favorite. Nothing else matters. That's when certain this mechanic came in. And that's cool. That's fine and all. But it was just not much. I got the two things from it, and I do hope I'm proven wrong when they actually do show Generation 10, not just announce it, and it is something more than what I thought. I really do hope that they're looking at their competitors. And I don't mean not just Power World. There are other monster catching games on the scene and that are coming that are giving players what they have asked Nintendo and Game Freak for that they refuse to do. I really hope they go and be like, all right, let's go ahead and get us to them. Like the whole thing with the Pokemon following you outside. They did that in Generation 2 and have never gone back to it, no matter how much people have begged and asked them. And I get what you're saying. No, they can't do that. I mean, they'll have to make an individual design for each Pokemon, but I'm like, they already do that because you see it when you go into your Pokemon team. You see the 6 Pokemon, each has their own individual sprite. You can't say they can't do that. The Mega Evolutions, oh, people cried about that for so long. They finally brought it back, but they did it in such a way that some people don't like the game they did it in. There's just so much. And this is not a Pokemon video, so I'm not going to draw this out. But to answer your question, no, didn't feel that way. I expect a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I guess because how long I've been in the series, I probably shouldn't have my hopes high like that. Because I mean, like let's get serious. The last probably 2 or 3 generations, some starters were kind of really looking on the nose. When Generation 1 came and you saw Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, all right, yeah, you can see what the hell they're based off of, but it was cute, it was unique. Scarlet and Violet, Fewy Coco, and I can't remember the hell the other ones. It's a baby red alligator. I can't remember them. I think it was a water dolphin or water seal. It was some shit. You're really starting to see that the creativity is going out the door. They're looking at something in the real world and just like, hey, take that, add this, take that away, change the color palette, boom. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
plus, like, that you've seen them do a alligator-based Pokemon in the past and done it better, so they're
yeah,
always
alligator.
yeah, yeah, like, so it's like, bruh, like, if you don't come with a real thought out design, it just looks like a cheaper version of a Pokemon we've already seen before, and that's a big issue too. But then again, too, I wanna point out too that Nintendo does not pay a lot for these Pokemon games. That was a leak that was leaked, I think, last year about how much they do invest in these Pokemon games, and it's very, very minimum. So I guess Game Freak looking at like, hey, we give you the product in which you pay for. You don't pay for all this innovation, so we're not going to give you innovation. So that's probably another thing too in defense of Game Freak. Like they're giving Nintendo what they paid for, and so it's very, very clear. No, definitely. I wanted to come on and not really shit on this because people have made it known that I shit on a lot of Nintendo topics, and I'm not open minded to a different opinion of mine. But I didn't want to shit on it because I just identified that this isn't for me. There's like I said, only 2 or 3 things that I really took interest in. So I wasn't the target audience, and if you're the target audience, I don't wanna shame you for Jesus, what was that? For liking the product. But definitely let us know how you feel, what you think. Was this a good reveal, a good Pokemon day, or did you leave off kinda disappointed? And especially with the Gen 10 reveal, it's coming out next year. Did you have more expectations for the Pokemon day than what you got? Let us know in the comments down below.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?